Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's World Session. We're October. Uh, oops, sorry for the background noise. I'm working in a different location today, so just a little apology in advance if you hear some background noise. Um, Try to keep that down to a minimum. I was tuning into the World Session, and the first thing that came up was abundance. And I don't think by chance actually. We've got a few things going on. So this weekend in Canada is Thanksgiving. And so that's the time that we celebrate harvest, the harvest from the summer. Um, we celebrate the abundance and we give thanks, and and then gratitude. And then also on a global hemisphere, we've got the shift in seasons. So the northern hemisphere is in harvest time, so fall is the time of harvest. In the southern hemisphere, it's going into springtime, which is also a time of abundance. Now, I'm already starting to, ooh, there's already big energy moving just with that. So first things first, we're going to tune in. So everyone in their own location, whether in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere, just take a minute to feel your sits bones, feel your feet, your legs. Even if you're short like me and you can't reach the floor fully, that's fine, as long as you're making contact with the ground or with the couch, or feel the ground some way, carpet or floor beneath you, or even whatever thing you're sitting on. Connect to the sits bones, that coccyx, the sacrum, and tune in to the season of abundance. And as I say that, um, there's always abundance. And abundance is not something that you have to do to achieve. There's no doing to achieve abundance. So there's a few, I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty of the things that block you from being in the flow of abundance. But first we want to connect into it. Oh, and that it feels so relaxing right away. Oh, so strange. Oh my God. So I've moved into this relaxed place and I'm just tuning into abundance. And it's like the worries fall off of my shoulders. I could feel the disarmoring around my chest. Oh, there's this big body armor that just kind of chunks off the front of the chest plate. The breast, the sternum, even goes down and touches the diaphragm. It's like this big armoring falls off. Oh, I just relax into the flow of abundance. So we're going to anchor that whole session into this, just being in the flow of abundance. And everything else are recipes, everything that I think abundance is, or the things that I think I need to do to achieve abundance, is my recipe that actually blocks me from being in the flow of it. Oh, oh, I feel like just relaxing right here. It's like, okay, when I'm in the flow, I don't even know what that means. But when I tune into that flow of abundance, something shifts. So we're going to go ahead and do this a few ways. The first place I'm being brought to is to the sacrum. We're going right down to that God bone. And we've got a few influences within that sacral region. We're working with the whole sacrum, even even down specifically to the way that it connects to the iliums, to that beautiful butterfly, that butterfly hip. Um, I'm seeing it as a beautiful butterfly, and the sacrum coming in as that middle part of the butterfly, the meat or the body of the butterfly, and then the hips or those iliums spread out like butterfly wings. And we're working right in with the connections. So the way that the sacrum connects to the iliums, the way that the iliums connect into the femur and those ball socket joints, down the legs, down the bones. We're in the skeletal structure now, right down. I'm right in the heel and the feet. And then even the way that your feet hit the ground. Oh, the way that you walk actually has an interference with the reception with Mother Earth to be able to tune in and be in tune with the steps of your life, and then also with the planet, and also with that flow of abundance. I've never seen that before. It's down within the skeletal structure. The way that you walk either is in rhythm with the Schumann resonance, within within the flow of your own life, within, oh my gosh, Mother Earth's, there's vitamins and minerals and electromagnetic activity, and then even it's going down deep into the earth, and there's mushrooms coming up, so that those connectomes of the fungi, they're just amazing. You can look that up for yourself. This whole interconnectedness. And then the way that you place your feet actually either puts you lock in step or disjoints and sets you off into, like, reverberates up the body and into thinking, instead of staying low and grounded and tuning in with the abundance of Mother Earth. I have never seen that before. And it's all starts within that sacrum, that God bone. It connects to the hips, the way the hips move. So if they're stiff and they're compacted, well, then the whole legs get stiff. It affects the muscular structure. It contracts the fascial system. It contracts the cardiovascular system, the meridians, the chi, the blood flow, the water flow, there's stagnation. And then instead of, that's so interesting, goes down and the whole legs contract, locks everything up. It's even impacting, then it reverberates up painfully into the abdomen, contracts, locks up the shoulders, and then bam, the breath gets contracted, and then right into the head for thinking. I got to think my way into abundance. I got to think my way and get new recipes. If I just do this, if I just do that, then I'll have abundance in my life, which is actually quite opposite. If you relax into it, oh my God, everything shifts. So we're in that sacrum and we're doing work within that skeletal structure, as the bones are the foundation. So if you think of bare bones, going back to the basics, you think of a house, you need the foundation to build the rest of the house to live on. You've got a bad foundation, your house is going to fall apart. You can fix the walls as much as you want. You can look at outside exterior as much as you want. But you got to get to the bones. You got to get to the foundation. And then once you see the cracks in the foundation, then you're able to repair those and then build this gorgeous house upon a solid foundation, which goes into, we're bringing in Rumi's quote. Oh, excuse me, I gotta find it. Why are you so enchanted by this world when a mine of gold lies within you? And so first we're gonna do a biogenic release of grief from that sacrum. It's just crying. It's just bawling. So I'm just going to hold that sacrum lovingly, hold it like a little baby as it shakes out. There's this huge ionic discharge going, reverberating down to the coccyx. And then I'm feeling it go into the iliums, down into those ball joints, down the femur, down the knees, the tibia, the fibula, the ankle bones, down into the skeletal structure of all of the bones of the feet. You can feel this for yourself, just draining grief from that sacrum. It's a good grief. Oh, So not the good grief. The good grief, like good grief, Charlie Brown. I'm here again. Woof. And the N is coming in ancestors. Ancestors. So you can do this for yourself through muscle testing. You're going to want to get really nice and specific. So you can do it. You can put your arm out in front of you, and then you're going to want to push down. If it goes down, it's a weak, it's a no. If it stays strong, it's a yes. And so we'll use a little bit of kinesiology for today's session, so you can get really nice and specific. You might want to grab a piece of paper and pen so you can follow through and do this for yourself and see exactly which ancestor for you had issues or where this block is coming from, because it's coming from the ancestors. There's something through the lineage. And there's also past life. No, it's really through the ancestors. So when I say this, my head starts to hurt, feeling lots of pressure on the prefrontal cortex. So here we go. You can go find out which side of the family. So mother is yes, and see for me, father is no. So mother's side, so you can see for yourself. So mother, and then we're going to go mother's mother, no, mother's father, yes. So if for you, if it was father, you would do the same thing. So father's mother or father's father, and you would find out. Oh, I've got a little both on both. So father's mother, no, father's father. So I've got two ancestors. Got to work with one at a time. Mother's side, mother's mother, mother's father. So then we're going to go father's mother, father's father. And you do the same thing for yourself. Or if it's on the father's side, you go father's father or father's mother. So we're going to keep going until it stops. So I'm going to do mine. You just follow with yours. You might want to get a piece of paper and do this for yourself. So mother's, father's, mother, father, father's mother. You keep going until you find it. We're going really far back. I can feel it going back approximately 10 generations. So you can see on which side of the family, give or take 10 generations, you're going back, whether it's on the mother's side or the father's side. I'm getting really dizzy. We're going back. And I'm getting both. So mother and father. So I got a little confused because I'm not writing this down. So mother's mother, father, father's mother, father's father, father's mother, father's father, father's father, mother's father, mother. So, all right, further, yes. Okay. Should be writing this down. All right, I'm just going to tune in and just going to say on the mother's side, going way back, and it's landing with father. Yes. So on the father side, if you got father side that's impacting you, going back 11 generations, and you can see for yourself, you can put this on pause and you can find the exact patterns. And on the father side, going 11 generations back is landing on mother. Is there a belief? So is it money? It's not money. Is it abundance? It's not abundance. The word that's coming up is having. 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 Having enough. Here's the clincher. How do you even know when it's enough? It's impossible to know what's enough. So we're going all the way back. Gonna clear this through some Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. All right. And just give a little thanks. Bow to your ancestor. A little compassion and gratitude. And then you can lay that at their feet. You can see what they do. They don't have to take it happily. They don't have to have any reaction, but you lay it at their feet. You give it back. This concept of having enough. You lay it at their feet. You can see what your ancestor does. They could be indifferent, it doesn't matter, or they can pick it up as long as you give it back. If you feel some guilt about giving it back, oh, this was never yours. It was a hand-me-down, like a luggage. And it just got passed down from one generation to the next. This idea of having enough. And only when I see that I have enough, I know that I'm in the flow of abundance. When I think I know what I need and I think I know how to take care of these problems in my life, or I have the recipe for abundance, and then when I see the results, then I know that I'm doing a good job. It's all thinking. Remember, the recipes that you have for abundance actually block abundance. Ah, there we go. I'm seeing back into that sacrum. It's coming back to life. So we're going to support that sacrum. We're going to plug it into Mother Earth. We're going to plug it into abundance. We're going to do this beautiful circulation plug in blood, lymph, nerve, chi. We're even bringing in the colors of the chakra system, the atoms, the photons, the protons, the sounds. Oh, sounds of Om. We're going to circulate Om as a sound through here. Oh, that feels so good. Circulate chi through here. Get that chi moving that stagnation out. Tuning into the flow of abundance. Oh, there's this huge relaxation happening now through the hips. I could feel my spine moving in a different way, the contractions loosening up through the spine, and it goes up to the thoracic. And now this big chunk of armoring off the back has just simply fallen off, just naturally by itself. Oh, and we're going to do a little bit of hydration through that sacrum. And then also bringing in hydrogen peroxide. So the water in there's been a little bit stagnant and it's been causing pain through the upper body and down through the lower body. We're going to want to clean that out with a little bit of, because there's been stagnation to the liquid within the sacral system. So that's even within the cells. There's been stagnation of intercellular fluid. So we got to want to dump all of that stagnant thinking water out. So we're going to do a circulation plug-in of hydration, and that's going to set on repeat, and then also hydrogen peroxide to clean out that stagnant water, bringing in clean water. Om. And then linking that into the flow of your life down through the feet, but specifically the bones. And this is going to help rebuild the bones. So rebuild, there's some cracks. I see some old, dings and bruising. We want the bones to rebuild well. So stem cells to come in from healthy stem cells to come in and rebuild those foundations. So if you have joint pain, leg cramping, whether it be in your hips or in your back, or even if it's in the upper shoulders, remember everything's connected. You want to link that to your prefrontal cortex so the stem cells can go and repair. And I'm going to cry. This is just such a relief of a session. Oh my. There's some big emotional movement happening and taking place. So all those, with that stagnation, there also comes stagnation of thoughts and beliefs and who you think you are and masks and emotions that get clogged in there, manipulations of yourself and others. It's just dumping. So beautiful. And those stem cells coming in to repair the bone structure. You want to get the water flowing and the hydration moving. So no, shin splints or spurs taking place. If there's any bones that are jutting out that they're creating pain, let that water come in and like when ocean over a rock makes the rock nice and smooth. So there's no, not wearing it thin, but getting rid of any of those splints or bumps or bruising within the bones and make the bones nice and strong to support the foundation of you and your life. And I'm just feeling so emotional. So gratitude and compassion are coming in. Gratitude's a tricky one because usually it's like, oh, I feel gratitude for something. This is just gratitude. And I say just gratitude, but that's really huge. That's really big. And compassion with some gentleness for yourself. Ah, because when you're in the recipes, life is really hard and rough. Soon as you slip into the flow, compassion has the ability to rise and move through your body. All right. End of session. We're going to tap this out here. Oh, thank you for joining me. I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know what you experienced. If you have any aha moments or new awarenesses, if you feel tired after the session, please rest. Please get enough water. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to book a private session to deal with more specific issues that are pertaining to yourself, please reach out. I'd be happy to work with you. See you all next